Hi. Official recaps here. The movie begins by showing a man named Elliot, who is taking care of a corpse. He is an officer at the funeral home who prepares and dresses the corpse before burial. His infectious smile revealed a genuine passion for his work. The scene shifted, introducing Anna and Paul, a young couple entangled in a turbulent phase of their relationship. Paul, a dedicated lawyer, contrasted with Anna, who worked as a compassionate teacher. Their faltering communication had placed a strain on their bond. Unbeknownst to Paul, Anna harbored a secret burden. She battled a debilitating illness that caused frequent nosebleeds. On one fateful day, Anna witnessed a group of students bullying Jack, one of her own pupils. She bravely intervened, shielding Jack from his tormentors. As the school day concluded, an inexplicable incident unfolded. The lights in the hallway abruptly extinguished, shrouding Anna in darkness. Instinctively, she sprinted towards the exit, only for Jack to emerge and restore illumination by flicking the light switch. Dismissing it as a hallucination spawned by her illness, Anna pressed on, unaware that further peculiar experiences awaited her. Attending her piano teacher's funeral, Anna peered into the open casket, only to witness the deceased teacher's mouth springing to life. Rationality clashed with disbelief as she struggled to comprehend the impossible sight. That evening, during a shared dinner with Paul, a significant moment loomed. Paul intended to propose. However, a cascade of miscommunication triggered a heated argument, leaving Anna convinced that Paul sought to end their engagement. Fuming, she stormed out, her mind consumed by anger. Engulfed in a frenzy of emotions, Anna careened down the road at an alarming speed, dangerously reaching for her cell phone. In an unfortunate turn of events, her reckless actions resulted in a devastating accident. Moments later, she awoke in a foreign room, her body limp, where she encountered Elliot, the proprietor of a funeral home. Elliot disclosed the grim reality. Anna had been declared dead following the traffic accident, and preparations for her funeral were underway. To support his claim, Elliot produced a doctor's certificate. Anna, initially skeptical, mustered resistance, but Elliot administered an injection, claiming it would relax her lifeless muscles, causing her to slip back into unconsciousness. News of Anna's demise reached Paul through her grieving mother, prompting him to hurriedly make his way to the funeral home. Regrettably, Elliot denied Paul access, citing his non-familial status. As Anna regained consciousness, her newfound mobility astonished her. Desperate to reach out, she sought solace in the non-functioning phone within the room. The sound of Paul's voice echoed outside, as she futilely cried out his name. Eventually, Paul departed, and Elliot re-entered the room, addressing Anna's mounting frustration. He revealed the extraordinary truth, that her ability to move and speak stemmed not from life but from his own supernatural powers, allowing him to communicate with the deceased. Elliot revealed his unique role in helping deceased individuals come to terms with their passing and guiding them into the spirit world. Struggling to accept her own demise, Anna's desperation peaked when she attempted to attack Elliot with a pair of scissors. However, he managed to soothe her and presented a challenge for her to follow through with the stabbing, a feat she couldn't bring herself to accomplish. Elliot cautioned Anna to embrace the profound changes she was undergoing, transitioning from the realm of the living to that of the departed. The impending funeral loomed, urging Anna to find peace and cross over to the afterlife. The following day, Jack, under the impression that it was Anna's funeral, arrived at the funeral home and crossed paths with Elliot. The young boy exhibited a keen fascination with Elliot's work, leading to an engaging conversation between the two. As evening approached, Elliot returned to Anna's room, carrying the dress she would don for her funeral. He bid her a brief farewell before departing to deliver another body to the cemetery. Unbeknownst to Elliot, Anna managed to pilfer his keys. Anna embarked on a mission to unlock the various rooms within the funeral home. During Elliot's brief stop at a gas station for refueling, he eventually realized the missing key and hurriedly made his way back home. Anna succeeded in unlocking the front door, but her escape was thwarted upon spotting Elliot's car entering the premises. Seeking refuge, she ascended the stairs, discovered a telephone, and dialed Paul's number. However, Paul, lost in the depths of despair and inebriated, struggled to discern Anna's voice, dismissing it as a prank call before turning off the phone. Elliot apprehended Anna, informing her that her attempts were futile, for only he could hear the voices of the deceased. He guided her towards a grand mirror, compelling her to face her own reflection. Through her pale and lifeless appearance, Elliot sought to impress upon Anna the undeniable truth of her demise. Gazing downward, she succumbed to a somber acceptance of her own death. Unbeknownst to Anna, Elliot smirked wickedly, reveling in his success at ensnaring her. Prior to her realization of being alive, he clandestinely wiped away the condensation of her breath on the mirror's surface. Elliot, a deranged psychopath, relished in his perverse actions, often orchestrating his victims' demise by manipulating their perception into believing they were already deceased. By chance, Jack passed by the funeral home and inadvertently witnessed Anna standing alive by the window. The following day, he endeavored to inform Paul of his startling observation, but a frustrated and disbelieving Paul lashed out, striking the young boy instead. Undeterred, Jack returned to the funeral home, crossing paths with Elliot once more. Their conversation delved into Elliot's morbid fascination, enticed by Jack's empathetic connection to the deceased. Elliot saw a reflection of himself in Jack and extended an offer to impart his macabre knowledge onto the young boy. Motivated by Elliot's manipulative influence, Jack naively agreed to his offer, unaware of Elliot's psychopathic intentions. Jack's words about Anna lingered in Paul's mind, compelling him to return to Elliot in search of confirmation. Determined, Paul stormed into Elliot's premises, meticulously scouring each room until he stood before Anna's chamber. With a resolute voice, Paul called out her name, but Anna remained silent, convinced that her voice would go unheard. Paul eventually departed but refused to surrender. He sought the assistance of a police officer friend, aware that obtaining a search warrant without concrete accusations or evidence of Elliot's crimes would prove challenging. Paul voiced his suspicions, suggesting that Elliot may have concocted a scheme to make Anna appear deceased, thereby evading suspicion. In reality, Elliot regularly administered a liquid known as hydronium bromide into Anna's body, inducing a state that closely resembled death by paralyzing nerves and relaxing muscles. The day of Anna's funeral arrived, and Elliot had meticulously prepared a stunning black lace dress for her. Radiating beauty, Anna shared heartfelt stories and expressed her deepest regrets. Elliot listened intently, engaging in their final conversation before she would be placed in the coffin. However, a sense of fear overwhelmed Anna, leading her to refuse Elliot's invitation. Meanwhile, Jack paid another visit to Elliot's abode, finding him in the midst of digging a grave. Seizing the opportunity, Elliot invited the young boy to assist him, revealing his twisted ideology and providing a distorted justification for his heinous actions. Anna, already lying in the coffin, mustered her last request to Elliot, to catch a glimpse of her own reflection before her burial. Yielding to her plea, Elliot handed her a small mirror. Inadvertently, as Anna exhaled, she left a trace of dew upon the mirror's surface. In that moment, she realized that she was still alive and that Elliot had deceived her all along. Anna fiercely resisted as Elliot attempted to inject her with hydronium bromide, but her struggles proved futile. Overpowered, Elliot successfully sedated her and took a photograph of the unconscious Anna. The day of Anna's funeral arrived, drawing a crowd of mourners. Paul arrived, his countenance filled with sadness, as he finally beheld Anna for the last time. Tenderly, he bestowed a farewell kiss upon the woman he cherished before departing, tears streaming down his face. After Paul's departure, Anna's lifeless body exhibited a subtle twitch, which went unnoticed as Elliot promptly shut her coffin, concealing any peculiarities. With the conclusion of the funeral, Elliot retreated to his chamber, clutching the enclosed portrait of Anna. Placing Anna's picture on the wall amidst a collection of his victims, all bearing a fate akin to hers, following Anna's funeral, Paul and Elliot attended a banquet. Paul's countenance was tinged with intoxication and profound desolation due to Anna's demise. Sensing Paul's vulnerability, Elliot approached him, feigning sympathy and suggesting that Anna may still be alive if her grave were unearthed. He dashed outside, leapt into his car, and raced towards the cemetery where Anna lay buried. Meanwhile, Anna, who had regained consciousness, realized the malevolence behind Elliot's act of burying her alive. Finally arriving at the cemetery, Paul sprinted towards Anna's resting place, furiously excavating the grave and successfully freeing her from the coffin's confines. Embracing her tightly, he administered artificial respiration, reviving Anna, who had succumbed to oxygen deprivation. Her eyes fluttered open, and she breathed steadily once again. However, reality unveiled a different tale. These were mere figments of Paul's imagination, delusions born from his desperate longing to validate Elliot's claims and rescue Anna from her tragic fate. He is now becoming another victim of the psychopath Elliot. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this.